Hello everyone, my name is Yuriy.nesvit and I'm a local realtor in Hamilton. We got a good news from the Bank of Canada. They maintained overnight rate after so many increases. It put some people in jeopardy. Some people probably lost the money if they bought at the peak and perhaps lost the job or something like that. Some circumstances happened that they had to sell the property. Most likely they've lost the properties, lost the money, and I know a few of those examples. However, the good news is the interest rate most likely is going to stabilize and going to stay, I'd say, pretty much the same throughout the year. Maybe it's going to improve or reduce end of the year or beginning of next year, so it's going to be a further pressure for the people who are on a variable rate. From a mortgage perspective, I don't know if that's a good idea to lock it in right now at this point. I would suggest variable interest rate and write it out. We don't. Nobody knows. Nobody has a crystal ball, so we don't know how long until the interest rate is gonna drop. So you may get 1 year term, but then again, if it's gonna drop during that year, you're gonna lose the money, and vice versa. You may be paying more on a variable rate, and the fix will drop. So it's hard to predict those things. I just wanted to mention that about the interest rates. When it happens, something like this happens, I think it's a bit of a vicious circle. When the interest rate increased about a year ago, and that was a temporary measure from the Bank of Canada to basically cool off the market. The problem with that, I consider that as a patch. It worked, but it didn't solve the problem. We have builders right now that stopped building or didn't apply for the permits that they would have applied otherwise. So the challenge or the problem is the shortage of housing. Until we fill the gap or fill the void, we're still going to see the property going up. They increase the rate, property going to go down. So it's a kind of, like I said, it's a vicious circle. And what happens in between, the rents go up. The rents go up like crazy. I'm looking back about 2 years ago, the 2-bedroom was $1,700, something like that, in that price range. Now people renting 2 bedrooms at $2,500, so it's $800 increase, which is crazy. I don't know who can afford that, but anyway. So like I said, like this is a vicious circle where interest rate increases, rent demand increases because people cannot buy, and then interest rate drops, the rents are high, and at that point people start buying, right? And what happens then? It creates again huge demand, and there is no supply. I've only been in Canada for 23 years. I've seen it at least 2 times already. The ultimate goal is to improve the housing, increase the housing. Over the past 2 years and going into next one, we have about 1.8 to 2 million people that came in or are coming to Canada. Like throughout the COVID, we had 600,000 backup in Immigration Canada. They didn't process all those applications for the past 2 years, 20 and 21. For the 2022, we had 434,000 quota, and we have 600 somewhat thousand for this year. So that's 600 and 600 and 400. We're talking about 1.2, 1.6, and we have, because of the war in Ukraine, we had another 200,000 people came in. So that's 1.8 million people that's just have to be placed somewhere. I'm not saying they're gonna buy, but they need to rent the property. They have to live somewhere, right? Even if it's 3 person per family, then you're looking at 600,000 homes, and we don't build that many. But keep in mind, I also not even including people that are just naturally buying, people buying investment properties. So I think the demand is much higher than 600,000 units. So we're probably talking about 800 or even more. So from that perspective, the government should smarten up. And I might have another video on this. Lacks the rules and regulations and around the building permits. Let people build as much as as much as they can. Like, I personally had a problem with driveway being 4 inches too narrow for the two cars, and then I had to go through the committee of adjustment and get the permission that way. I don't mind paying the government, but it took me over 6 months. It took me almost a year to get that. You schedule and then you wait and then you wait and you wait. So that's the problem. Some people cannot wait a year and say, you know what, forget it, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna stay where I am, or just sell the property and let it be somebody else's problem. If we had a lot of properties on the market, then yes, those properties, the distressed properties, would go for a lot less. But I'm not seeing that. I've already seen multiple offers in Toronto, and if the property is good, it's going within 10 to 14 days. So that's my take on the current situation. If you have any questions, give me a shout. If you're looking to buy, right now is a great time to buy, because I think we're at the bottom low kind of thing, and it's gonna go up either now or in the near future. If you need to sell, please let me know. If you don't have to sell and can buy another property, there is a solution for that as well. Perhaps we can rent it out and refinance and get you into another property and leave this one as an investment property. So there's all kinds of different ways of doing this. But if you have any questions, give me a call, reach out, send me a message, and we'll connect, and hopefully we can do something together. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.